turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets, the coast will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish him. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number.
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And his first pass is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Watch the run. He's checking.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 38, Murray. His short throw caught by Goddard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Strip that ball. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Coming. Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. Hey, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. D.D. Westbrook Westbrook. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 31, Jones.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he completes it to Westbrook. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Check 3, check 3. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, let's get this.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Shift, 66, bullet, half. Watch twins. Alert flare. Hatchet.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike 5-4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get that quarterback. And all
Murray now. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? The open man is Westbrook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. D.D. Westbrook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got him nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And an alley to run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. 1st down, Murray. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Murray. Quick hitch, complete. It's Strickland. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go, D, tighten up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This one out quickly to Westbrook. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Safety's creeping. He's coming. We got double up.
On first down, it's Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Murray. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Giants.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Shoot.
Jones on first down, rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 17 yards and a Giant first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's first and 10 from the 12. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Second and 11. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Mike's 59.
You ain't going no snap.
From the gun, Jones dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, 5.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Kyler Murray taking it in. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray, screenplay, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Mike's 50. 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Murray going to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. Murray now to throw.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Murray again. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 2nd down.
Set, 8, read. General West. Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Get it.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll roll him out right. And caught by Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Saquon Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Back to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Broken tackle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now Jones. Throwing on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Here's Jones, throwing again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarkrisky Tart. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were really helped by their defense.